What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here on the Cup Chasers. That's right. It's Brighton hosting Liverpool at the Amex Stadium. It's going to be a very fun game, in my opinion. I think we're in for some back and forth, some playing through the lines, maybe a couple balls over the top, some stuff that is going to make for a nice, fun back and forth game. So go ahead and smash up the likes on your way in. Of course, I appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to welcome you to the channel. And of course, I want to know what you're thinking in the comments section right down below. Alrighty, the Amex Stadium, a tough place for most to go, as we all know. It is Liverpool coming off of a very good showing in the Champions League, so they, of course, will be bolstered by that, even though it's not been the best of weeks for them. Overall, I think that there is an opportunity here for Brighton, maybe off the back of a Champions League. Why is there a delay? I'm just hearing just now that there's a delay. All right, people. Well, now I got to go investigate this delay. What's happened? All right, perfect, people. The game will be delayed by 15 minutes. Phone going off. Sorry about that. Game will be delayed by 15 minutes due to traffic in the beachside area of Brighton. Of course, I'm not going to claim to be any sort of a expert on traffic patterns in England, but that is what I've seen here from the Premier League Match Center. It's going to be a 15-minute delay, but that's all right. That is just fine. We're locked in here, and that'll give us a chance to discuss the starting lineups for the Reds. It's Ekitike and Gakpo. And see, ESPN always throws me with their lineups, man. They always throw me off with these lineups because the way it looks on the screen here from ESPN is definitely not how it's going to shape up in reality. So your defenders are Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konate, and Frimpong. Big news, of course. Alisson down with injury, will not be in this one. And that means Mamadashvili comes in. As we know, he is the backup keeper for the Reds. It'll be interesting to see how Frimpong deals today with the pace we know that Brighton have. It'll be interesting to see the role that Sabazalai will have today. I think he's going to be very big. Once again, he is, of course, the engine in there. He is, of course, their player of the season. No doubts about it. It's Gravenberch, McAllister, and, as we mentioned, Sloppy Sly in there in the middle. Verts coming from the left, I would imagine. Ekitike through the middle. Gakpo down the right. Very interesting that, or perhaps it might be switched up. Who knows? But, of course, they'll probably be rotating in and around. There might be a little bit of freedom because of this. We might see some rotation based on the fact that there have not played like a natural right winger. It would have been interesting if Gomez came in and played in the right back role and Frimpong just started out right wing. Gakpo, for me, his profile is that of a number 9 kind of down the middle target man guy, but he doesn't have the speed. And I always think he feels out of place out on the wing. Even though he had some success last season, I think that was mostly because there was so much success down the middle and on the other side, or at least I guess he did play through the middle a fair amount when Darwin Noodles wasn't in it and Luis Diaz was down the left, Salah down the right. So interesting for sure, but we shall see how the rotation works itself out. I mean, Ekatike is probably even better coming off the right than Gakpo is, especially because he's right-footed. Maybe Wirtz might play on the right-hand side predominantly just based on the fact that he's more two-footed than Gakpo is, of course, as we know. So it'll be very interesting to see how they rotate up top for Liverpool. Now, for the home side. Mark Verbruggen, mainstay in that goal for the actually, you know what? Now that I think about that, now that I say that, they have gone back and forth a little bit with what's his name? But I think Verbruggen, Jason Steele, who gets the call up for England, actually, congratulations. That's huge. Chance to perhaps play in one of the games, show your worth, and who knows? Maybe, just maybe, make the plane to America. Anyway, it is a typical back four from Hertzler. You got Kadioglu, mainstay in the left back. Dunk and Van Hecke, very, very big dudes back there. Liverpool are going to want to play on the ground today. No need to be spamming crosses. It's more of a get to the byline and cut it back, maybe smash one across goal kind of situation for them today. And it's Vifer on the right-hand side. Of course, we know Brighton like to get up and back with their right and left backs, their outside backs, I should say. And so look for that today. It'll be interesting to see that battle with how defensive minded the work will be from the Liverpool wingers. Of course, it'll be interesting how that combines with the rotation we are expecting up top for the Reds. So it'll be something to look, keep an eye on there. James Milner, the Crypt Keeper's dad, getting the start today in the middle alongside Pascal Gross and Mr. Henselwood. Interesting. I guess Milner bringing a little bit of steel, Gross the creative engine, and Henselwood maybe more of an attack-minded type midfielder in there. It's Yakubu Minte and Gomez. Look for them both to get some shots in, have some efforts on target. And my man, Danny Welbeck up top in front of Kaoru Mitoma. I'm sure we'll see Mitoma at some point today in front of Jorginho Rutter as well. Are they on the bench? That is the question. Rutter is, Mitoma is, of course, Baleba as well. Interesting lineup choices from Hertzler. And maybe Milner for the experience. I'm not sure why Milner gets the start today. That's very, very interesting there. So, yeah, definitely looking like it's going to be a good game. Hopefully enough of the fans can get there in time to, enjoy it. Hopefully it's they're safe. I guess they're, some kind of something has held traffic up. Hopefully it's not going to hold us up any longer. But I think this is a very important game. I definitely think this is a very important game. What's up, Charles? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Every single time. I appreciate it, of course. I think this is a very important game for the Reds, honestly. You never quite know what you get from Brighton. If you look at their record, it's 10-10-10. So they literally, they draw, they do everything, equally across the board. So we're not sure, is this the winning Brighton that shows up today? Is this the draw Brighton that shows up today? Or is this the poor Brighton that shows up today? That's not to say that they were poor against us. I think our mentality really affected how that game went. They were poor in front of goal against us, that's for sure. They were definitely poor in the final third against us, but not overall. But you never know which Brighton's going to show up. They'll definitely be confident that they can get at Liverpool, as most teams have been able to this season, which is why I'm expecting a fun game here. And I think that for Liverpool is very, very important, especially with Manchester United dropping points yesterday. Chelsea they're in an absolute shambolic situation, from all angles. Look up the Athletic earlier. They did the fan poll of other clubs. Fans want to win title. Us or Man City. 11 of 18 clubs don't want us to win. Surprise, Man United fans want us. Man United fans should want us. They should want us. But I think that other clubs' fans not wanting us to win the title, I think a lot of it has to do with, this day and age of social media, of TikTok and Instagram, X. You can just go on, you can just say whatever you want. You can go on there and say whatever you want. And that was the beginning of it, right? But it's morphed into, to get eyeballs on me, I have to say something crazy. I have to be so far to one side of an opinion, that's the only way I can get clicks and views, and I'm just not about that. I say what I believe, and the support will roll in, whether it will or it won't. I'm not going to go out here and say some crazy shit like many do on here. But yeah, I think the fact that that is available and that happens so much, I think that's why a lot of people would say Arsenal are one of the most annoying fan bases. So a lot of it could be that they don't like Arsenal fans. And so they lambast the team. They go at Arteta. They make fun of this and they go at that. Everton of the highest percentage, Tottenham of the lowest percentage. Liverpool fans are staying with Man City, win mostly. Yeah, well, City Pool. Of course, that was never a rivalry. They love each other. It's like a brother situation, but they're like secret brothers, and they just don't want to tell anybody, And I think some of it has to do. Of course, there's tribalism involved, but I think neutral clubs like fans of Burnley or whatever saying they don't want Arsenal to win the title. That's like maybe there are weird things that make people make decisions like this, but I think there's a tribalism bit. Of course, you can understand Man United fans not wanting Arsenal to win the league, not because obviously they hate Manchester City. That rivalry is more recent. It's more in their face than the rivalry that Wenger and Fergie had, and so but at the end of the day, I think a lot of the fans that are like, I don't want Arsenal to win the league because it's just going to be hell in my group chats, and it's going to be, I don't want to have to hear it from my friends, at the gym or whatever, and I think there's a lot of fans in this day and age that are like products of social media and of instant reactions and of having to have an emotion or a say on literally every single thing that comes across the timeline. I think that's kind of a product of, I don't want to have to deal with the BS from the fans. I don't want to have to deal with the arrogance and the I told you so's and the in your faces and all of this. And some of it comes from fans who, rival fans that go out and say a bunch of crazy stuff. And now they're going to have to eat their words. A lot of it is that as well, I think, so it's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to go back, Charles, and look it up and see the actual article. What's up, Lumen? Thanks for being here. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Of course, now it looks like the players are in the tunnel. Yes, the game was delayed. Apparently there was traffic and there wasn't enough fans for the league. So they delayed it by 15 minutes to, I guess there was an accident or something. I read a cursory thing from X about it. I didn't actually investigate. When I saw that it was traffic, I was like, all right. And that was all I really investigated into it. But apparently, yeah, there's traffic in and around the stadium. And that's why it was delayed for 15 minutes. Nothing serious. Of course, I hope so. I don't know if there was like an actual accident. Obviously, I hope if there was that everyone's okay. But yeah, I think as far as this game is concerned, big day for the Reds. They need to add to the momentum. Right now, as that Galatasaray result sits, you could say, oh, well, Galatasaray is shit. And they came to Anfield to roll around on the floor. You can make all kinds of excuses. Osman broke his arm 20 minutes in, whatever, you know. And those could be validated and have a little bit more weight if Liverpool drop a stinker today. But, and yeah, I'm going to be that guy. Mo Salah not being in the lineup might be a good thing for Liverpool. It might just be a good thing for Liverpool. Well, all right. Here we go, people. We're just about there for kickoff in Brighton. Amex Stadium. They're shaking hands with the referees. Probably shouldn't do that. I have an anticipation that they're going to be bad. It's sad, really. Sad, really. One thing is clear, Slot is favoring fellow Dutch Gakpo. Definitely looks like it. Definitely looks like it to me. I can agree with that 100% because, I mean, as soon as I saw the news that Mo Salah was out, I'm like, Rio's going to get a run. The kid should get a run, right? He's been the most exciting player, the most direct player in the winger position. And, you know, if you look at the profile of Cody Gakpo, it's more of a number 9 target kind of player. He's just not, he just never inspires me coming off the wing. Maybe from the left wing, maybe because he can cut in and shoot. But like that's the only, you know, advantage to having him out on the right-hand side. You know, looking at that bench though, maybe Rio's going to come on late in the game. But I would have given him a run. Yeah, I would have given him a run. Or you could have played Gomez right back and had Frimpong actually just start right winger. We'll see how the rotation works out. But yeah, I think Gakpo, I don't know. I think he might need to be benched or be sold in the summer or something. I just don't think he's necessarily they can improve on him, I guess is what I'm saying. They can improve on Gakpo for sure. Definitely can improve on Cody Gakpo. All right. Slappy Sly. Shaking hands. Good grief, that's loud. All right. We'll get this up. We'll get things going. Hertzler says they need to play every game like a final. What are Brighton playing for? Aren't they like comfortably mid-table? Are they trying to make Conference League or something? Is that what he's saying? Yeah, right, guy. Yeah, right, my guy. All right, all eyes on the referee, Darren England. What a bum. All right, people. Here we go. Oh, they think they're going to challenge for Europe. Okay, fair enough. And we're kicked off at the Amex in the sunshine. Liverpool, every time with this kickoff, man, they just rip it into the corner. Like, what are we doing here, man? Just every time. I get it. They're going to try to put him under and put him under, you know. But I don't know. Press from the front and all that. Well, they've already won the ball back, so what do I know again? You know, what do I know? Here's Gravenberch. Wirtz winning it. Here's Salah again. And I think there will be periods. I think that, I actually think that Brighton won't sit off Liverpool and they'll try to possess the ball themselves as well. And so this should be a nice, fun back and forth game. Good 1-2. Kirkez and Ekitike. Here's Kirkez. Van Hecke, that's a foul, my friend. So definitely a foul. Not going to get the call, however. Big day for Arne Slot. Big day for Arne Slot, that's for sure. So apparently this is a cup final. Both Slot and Hertzler have said every game is a cup final. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game for both of them. Arne Slot's already pissed. Arne Slot is already incensed. Already having some technical difficulties. All right. And we're back in it. Ekitike down. On the flow. I didn't see what happened, though. Little bit start, stop here. There's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. Little bit start, stop here. Just a little dead leg. Got a knee, a hip in the hip. It's not a foul. He's fine. Bro, I got a little loot on you today. You got to get up. Hugo. Nah, man, you got to get up. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good at all. Dude, there's no way you're coming off for this. There's no way he's coming off for a hip check. Come on, bro, Beans. These players, the people had to wait an extra 15 minutes to watch the game, and now he's laying on the floor 3 minutes in. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is not good. Oh, come on. Please run this off. Please run this off. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You got to run it off, Hugo. You got to run this off, bro. They need you. Your team needs you, bro, Beans. He's walking back like he's about to come off. That's not good. Don't do it to me. Liverpool won the ball back here. Okay, good. He stopped. Konate past Mente. Well done. Is it over the top for Gakpo? He's not going to get there. Poor touch from the Dutchman. Milner getting back. Well done. Well done. Here he is. Come on, Hugo. I need you, buddy. I need you, buddy. Now we got Van Dijk. Trying a new setup today, people. So bear with me here. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking. All right. He's going to come off. He's coming off. What a shame. Wow, man. That's brutal. That's brutal. Ekitike off immediately. And now I'm sour. Now I'm going to be sour for the rest of the thing. Now I'm going to be sour for the rest of the watch along. Ain't that about a bitch? Curtis Jones about to come on because of the Ekitike injury. Yeah, and I ain't getting this one back. I ain't getting this one back, people. Damn. Damn. Well, that's unlucky. That is really unlucky. Jeez, bro. Well, anyways, on we go. Curtis Jones on for Ekitike, and we'll see how that changes things. Maybe Sabazalai will go right forward. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. Gakpo will go up top. Ooh, that's very well done from Gravenberch. Here's Wirtz. Here's Sabazalai. Now Gravenberch. It'll be interesting to see the rotation. Sabazalai is already... It looks like Frimpong's adding some width out on the left, but you can see how narrow Wirtz wants to come. And I guess Curtis Jones is the left forward. Frimpong's in on the underlap. Ooh. I think he got that wrong. Have a go. Have a go. Has to check. Plays it back to Sabazalai, and Sabazalai hits one over the bar, but it's a great run on the inside of his man. I guess it's very, very, very congested in there. Very congested in there. Verbruggen hits this one long. It's been a weird start to this game. Just stop, start. No momentum for anybody. And now Sabazalai goes for the half-field shot. It's off target. Not enough quality there, but you can definitely see the intent from the number 8 for Liverpool. Ball down here for Gakpo from Wirtz. Oh, tries to dribble the whole defense. One more, and he would have gotten a nice ball in for Wirtz. As it is, here comes Brighton the other way. Good give and go with Hinselwood, but he's given it away, Gomez has. And now Liverpool can come back the other way. This is the game we were hoping for. Get it through. Oh, is he going to get there, Gakpo? Nope. It was a great idea, not the execution wanted. And Brighton already coming back the other way. Now we're getting into it. Here's Minte. And we'll have, nope, we won't. It'll get through there for Marmarashvili. I don't know how you say that. We'll attempt that again at some point. It'll probably be another butchering. Apologize to any Georgian fans out there. Long one around the corner. Oh, Verts comes short, picks it up. It's going to hit one to the other side for Gakpo. Is he going to get there? Indeed he is. He wins the corner kick. That's well done. That's well done to win the corner kick from Cody Gakpo. There you go. Liverpool have scored as many corners as Arsenal have. Who knew that? Of course, that's according to the guys at TNT Sport. Everyone in. 20 players in the 6-yard box here. So ball's alive at the in-swinger. It's short. Not good enough. Not good enough. Ball away for the throw-in. Whoop. Curtis Jones just overcooks it there. And Brighton can go the other way. So after a weird start to the game, we've had a pretty fast. Well, Arun, the problem is Ekitike just got injured. Ekitike started, Arun. Did you see that? He got injured. James Milner hip checked him. The Crypt Keeper's dad hip checked him so hard that he couldn't walk. 1-0. I might be behind you, Arun. Ay, 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 ay. Unforced error from Konate. We're going to catch up to Arun in a second, I would imagine. Here's Kadioglu. Spaced across. Gets it in to the back post. Back across from Gomez. Danny Wells. And it's the former United man. It's the former United man getting the goal on the very first opportunity for Brighton. They haven't even had a sniff of the goal yet. One cross, one header back to the back post. And the Seagulls take the lead on the coast. Yeah, you can't let the crosses in. Oh, Liverpool, you can't let the crosses in because you get punished. You get punished. And Arun was loving that one. Absolutely was. I'm pretty far behind, I guess. Let's refresh this. Let's get a refresh on my stream here. We'll see if it shoots me forward at all. Gakpo. All right. Oh, they're in. They're in. Oh, my good God, Gakpo. That is crazy. That was crazy. Got to get the shot away, Gakpo. Got to get that shot away. Yeah, he's struggling. Vert's popping up on the right here. Oh, and Szoboszlai just passes it to nobody. Not even Frimpong has the speed to catch up with that. Yeah, Liverpool up against it already. Oh, shit. Danny Welbeck has 11 goals this season. Big up. There you go. I was always a Danny Welbeck fan, even though he played for Manchester United. When he came to Arsenal, he always worked his ass off. I'm a Welbeck fan. For sure. And I'm sure Manchester United fans are enjoying that today. Enjoying that today. Yeah, Liverpool not dealing with crosses. Uh-oh. Who's even going to challenge? They're not even challenging Arun. They just let Minte head it down. Ridiculous. And if you're wondering where I'm at, Arun, my clock is right. I would care about the score of this one because I had a bet on, but I had a bet on Hugo Ekitike. But he's out. Oh, yeah. PSG are going to get, they're going to have fun. They're going to stat pad. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. PSG, man. PSG are looking scary. Definitely looking scary. I think they're going to see Bayern in the semifinal, and what a game that's about to be. Bayern versus PSG is about to be fun. That's about to be an epic tie. An epic tie. Yeah. I had Hugo to score today. I had Ekitike to score as one of my bets, and it's just dead. Dead in the water 3 minutes into the game. Frimpong is so fast, man. Minte is as well. Minte is as well, man. I would love to see them off the line. Minte versus Frimpong. Both of them are fast. Very fast. Miles Lewis-Skelly found out just how fast Frimpong is, that's for sure. It'd be interesting to see how Brighton approaches the game now that they're up 1-0. You know, of course, Herzl are always going to go for it. He's always going to go for it. He would never play like Arsenal plays. He would never go up a goal and try to defend it for 90 minutes. Let's see what he does here today. Oh, man. Coaches chat shit all the time in the freaking press conference, man. All kinds of bollocks, as they say across the pond. Ooh, and is Arnie in trouble? Is old Arnie in trouble? I wonder. I just wonder what the bald slot machine can come up with and just how on the line the job actually is. Obviously, credit in the bank for the title, but it only goes so far. Only goes so far. Here's Minte. Doesn't want to take on Sabazalai. Can't handle him. Doesn't want to do it. They've worked at the other side here. And Brighton are just going to try to flex their passing muscles, keep possession. It'll be up to Liverpool to press and win it back in that midfield. Curtis Jones doing the job. Minte recovers, however. Milner with a good pass. Here's Gomez cutting inside. Someone has to step. Here's Minte. Oh, I decided. Oh, well, that's a good ball out wide. Kadioglu. Can't let him cross. Here's Minte getting way too much space. Header. Oh, my God. It should be 2-0. Should be 2-0. Should be 2-0. And Arun is 100% right with this one. You gotta get closer. Curtis Jones guilty on this part, this particular play of not getting close enough. And Minte's just got all day to cross it. Just has all day long to cross it. Should have been punished there. Should have been punished there. Should be 2. As it is, here comes Liverpool I like Florian Wirtz. I really do. I think he's a nice, neat and tidy player. He's slow, man. He's slow. Van Hecke just beat him to get that ball there. He's just slow. It is what it is. I was a decent forward. You know, I was good at hold up play. I was slow. I'll just call it like it is. I was not a speedy. You know, that was not a part of my game. Maybe when I was real little, but not, you know, not in high school or anything. Not when I was at the height of my career. Ooh! Szoboszlai with a good cross. McAllister forces a save from Verbruggen. I say career with a air quotes, you know. My Wednesday night pickup games at college was you know, that was the real high profile stuff. Szoboszlai with a out swinging corner kick here. Hit it straight to the back post. Even slice across it maybe. He does hit it straight. It's a little far for Van Dijk. Tries to get it back in. Mente goes up, but it's still there. Kirkes puts it down, but it's cleared away for Szoboszlai. He's going to put it straight back in. Straight ball to the back post. Of course, looking for Van Dijk. Brighton can get out and get into their defensive shape here. Good ball in. Here's Gravenberch. Oh, that is a stupid, stupid place to foul. That is a stupid place to foul. This is just prime territory for Szoboszlai. Prime territory for Dominic Szoboszlai here. Oh, he's licking his lips. He's licking his chops, Dominic Szoboszlai here. Oh, yeah. I mean, the commentators talking about how perfect. This is perfect. Perfect spot. Just make the keeper work. Gotta make the keeper work. Oh, man. This is prime. Oh, and the keeper's going to leave him. Keeper's going to leave him space. Keeper's going to leave him space. Oh, it's gaping. It's gaping. Here's Dominic Szoboszlai. It looked good coming off the boot. It looked good coming off the boot. Little high, though. I thought for a second, oh, didn't get it right down far enough, but I thought for just half a second, it might have been in. It might have been something to be worried about. In the end, it was not. Of course, Brighton trying to play out. Good press from Liverpool. But this was never going to be an easy game. Liverpool are going to have to show something. Someone's going to have to step up. There goes Gakpo. Doing well. Doing very well. Wins the foul. And yeah, yellow card. Absolutely is, ref. Absolutely is a yellow on Yakubu Mente there. Very, very late. Oh, yeah. Definitely a yellow when Gakpo tries to get the ball to, I think it was McAllister running through actually there. It looked like. And now if Szoboszlai hits this into the back of the net from here, it's over for you. Like, just he's the free kick king if he can score from 50 yards away. No, he's going to chip this one over the line to the left-hand side. I'm calling it. Trying to find Gakpo. I lied. To the right-hand side. Van Dijk. Back across. Kirkes. They'll at least force a corner kick. A little bit of pressure here from Liverpool. Brighton defending well. That was always going to be Dunk. Another outswinger here. Set piece Kings. Hey, if they score here from this corner, Liverpool will have scored more corners than Arsenal. Hard stat to believe, isn't it? No, wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. The commentator must have messed that one up earlier. That can't be right. That's a fake stat. Oh, Frimpong let it bounce. Mente almost got him. He's lucky, actually. Mente was just booked. I don't know, man. That was a yellow card challenge. Mente, dude. Nah, there's not much contact. There's not much contact at all. He stops, turns away, and Frimpong jumps. Yeah, he's fine. There's no way. Yeah, there's nothing in that. Frimpong just fell hard. That's all it is. But he does need to be careful, Mente. Does need to be careful. That was a close one. I mean, if he actually runs into him at all, like a little, he could have been in trouble there. Here's Gravenberch. Ooh, Kirkes was making a great run. He was making a great run. Brighton aren't sitting back, are they? They aren't letting Liverpool have the ball, are they? That's not what I'm seeing, is it? It's not what I'm seeing, is it? Why has Hertzler got to do this to me? I had no reason to hate Brighton. But then now he's got to be a dick in the press conference. Not really getting very close to them, are they? Interesting. Interesting approach here from the Seagulls. 83% possession for Liverpool in the last 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Here's Konate on the other side. Not Gravenberch. It's been decent so far. McAllister spots the ball, the run from Curtis Jones. That's an important header from Kadioglu for another Liverpool corner. I'm going to check on something here. Check on this stat. How is this a hard stat to find? Oh my God! Oh my God, what have they done? They've hit the self-destruct button. They hit the bozo button. Lewis Dunk, the captain. The captain. He's hit the bozo button. Oh my God. Marmardashvili hits it in. Kirkes is well onside. He just runs into back behind him. Oh, he hits the bozo button. Oh, he hits the bozo button. He wasn't aware that Kirkes is running behind him. He thinks it's just the goalkeeper behind him. And Kirkes is there. Johnny on the spot. Just had thinking one step ahead, just ahead of Lewis Dunk. Knew exactly what was coming. Punished them ruthlessly. Great finish. And it's 1-1. And it's 1-1. Liverpool needed that. Back in the game. I mean, he gambled, he anticipated, and he was rewarded. Lady Luck rewarded him. And now we got a game. We got a game. Oh, too much space. Too much space. Sabazalai getting back. Here's Kadioglu. 1v1. Cuts inside. You can't let these crosses. Liverpool just not getting close enough. These crosses are coming in all day. Here's Gomez. Getting discombobulated. Just looking at Kirkes. Here's Milner. Oh, that's a poor touch from Viper. Kirkez. Whoop. Not doing enough there for Gakpo. Gross down the line for Gomez. Get a touch. Oh, he's going to get the cross in anyway. Vert's able to clear, but that's a poor ball through the lines. Gakpo doesn't have the pace. And this game has turned into exactly what we predicted, what we hoped, what we wanted. A little bit of a back and forth basketball match. So much space for Hinselwood. 1v1 with Minta. Little 1-2 with Yakuba Mente there. Danny Welbeck there, I should say, doing the hold-up work really well here. Just a touch back. Oh, and he gets everything behind that. It's just a little bit high, leaning back. Perhaps. Oh, it's a straight shot. Yeah, Marmardashvili's got it all day. If it's on target, it's just a little high. But that's good play from the goals. Huge spaces, wide open swaths of grass for Brighton to move into in the middle of the pitch there. Go to Gakpo, pulling Wiefer back, knowing he's never going to win the foot race. Well, it's definitely been a fun game so far. Definitely been a fun game so far. I just wonder. Kirk has put under pressure, has to force the throw here. What's this note say? I wonder if we got a message here from Asif. Mente going past Frimpong. All the way to the byline. Is that a foul? Nope, he's just falling down like a sack of potatoes. Now Brighton finally with a little bit of possession. To the byline for Mente. Oh, he's going down again. Give him a yell. Oh, man, he's got to be careful. He might get sent off for diving. Bro, Mente is he is walking a fine line. That's a clear dive. That is a clear dive, referee. Send him off. You got to send him off. That's a clear dive. Oh, I think they should be able to VAR review anything in the box. And if it's a dive, you should get a yellow. 100% you should get a yellow for diving. There should be a VAR review, and you get sent off for being an ass. Mente, man, what are you doing? Hertzler might take him off. Matolma's right there. He might take him off because he's not doing himself any favors out there, that's for sure. And as I suspected, Liverpool would have the ball for a while. Brighton would have the ball for a while. And it'd be a back and forth as far as tactically. I would say Liverpool had a little bit more of the ball, but Brighton have certainly had some possession. Danny Welbeck doing well to win it. Get the second ball down, and then he's just put up another 50-50. Mente and Frimpong once again. That's off Liverpool. That's a definite Brighton throw. Here's Welbeck coming back to get involved. Here's Pascal Minter, Pascal Milner. James Milner here. Tries one. Ooh, it's a good ball through for Mente. Now for Henselwood. All the way across. Here's Gomez. What you got? What's he got? Liverpool in their structure well, forcing the goals back. The last thing I have from Asif is 1-0 to Brighton. Slot needs to go. Shit away for him. But they've equalized since then. Kadioglu puts it across. They really, really need to. Oh! Scared the corner flag. Scared me. But Liverpool really need to get on these crosses. Really need to get on these crosses. Oof. Brighton win the second ball, but Liverpool at third. Here's Sloppy Sly. Now Verts coming so narrow. There's no width. There's no width on the right wing for Liverpool because Verts is so narrow. Liverpool have not really tried to play through the lines much. It's been a lot of this right here. Long balls into the channel. And no one there. And no one there. Gakpo ain't it, people. Unfortunately for Liverpool fans, Gakpo just ain't it. What? Kirkes gives it right back. Welbeck coming all the way back to help out. I think that's a byproduct of following your man into the middle of the park when they make a run. Brighton doing well here. Welbeck making himself available. Oh, it's just a one-touch through. I think Weifers bought that foul. Bought that foul off Kirkes there. It's been a fun one so far. Ooh, that's not good from Marbarashvili. Minte's going to get there, but Frimpong's got the speed. That's been a fun battle, Mente versus Frimpong, but I think we're going to lose Frimpong at halftime. Mente at halftime. We're probably going to lose Mente at halftime. He's just on such an edge, but he's actually been one of Liverpool's better, Brighton's better performers today, I should say. Second ball won here by Viper. Oh, Gross gets it to Mente. Spins around Konate. That's a foul. That's a definite foul. That's a definite foul, referee. He's holding on to his arm. I definitely think that's a foul, though. Definitely think that's a foul. Liverpool always doing this same goal kick where Van Dijk plays it to Marmardashvili, and this time he just hits it long. Oh, midfield Liverpool not doing great at winning the balls in the midfield. It's a good ball from Perkaz out to Frimpong. Some space for Curtis Jones. Puts it down the line for Frimpong here. First time cross. Nope, fake. Oh, they need to do better to get this cross in. Brighton done well. They've got back in their shape, and they've forced Liverpool back. Here's Perkaz. Now Cody Gakpo popping up out on the left wing. Only direction is backwards from the Dutchman. Still going backwards. Finally gets turned and finds Gravenberch in some space here. Curtis Jones out to Frimpong. 1v1, beat him. Spurns the opportunity. Here's McAllister. Brighton just set up in their shape. Here's Curtis Jones. Frimpong gets by Mente. He's going to get that ball. Oh, that's a poor cross. Oh! What is Lewis Dunk doing? Once again, Lewis Dunk, what is he doing? Bro, the last time you did that, you cost your team a goal. The last time you tried to head it back to your goalkeeper, cost your team a goal. And now he's doing it again. And oh my God. Lewis Dunk, bro. Doing a madness. Having a madness. Now here is Liverpool once again. It's in there. End up having to clear for the throw from James Milner, but Liverpool already ball down playing. Here's Curtis Jones. Now Frimpong for Sloppy Slide, Gravenberch. Ball through for Van Dijk, still there. It's up from, is that Dunk again? Yep. Dunk getting two things. He's involved. Perhaps not as convincing as you'd want. That clearing header goes straight up into the air. Oh my God, Brighton. Brighton absolutely causing all their own problems here. But we know that's what they do, and so that's why they get pressured. That's why they get pressured. We know that, oh, that's a poor pass. Sloppy Slide should have gotten there. Sloppy Slide definitely should have gotten there. What's the, oh, he's forcing the thrower back. Forcing the thrower back. It's good strength. Who's going to win it? Here's Verts. Forced backwards. That's good, D. That's good, D. Ooh. Bit of a hospital ball. Welbeck's going to get to that. Win it. Oh, my God. Play the advantage. Oh, my God. How's that not an advantage? How do you not give that as an advantage? Mente's in acres of space on the left. Mente is in acres of space on the left. How do you not? Wow. That is insane. How do you not give this as advantage? How on this earth does it? Konate gets the yellow, but how do you not give an advantage call there? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Shocking stuff from Darren Neal. It's quiet in that stadium, man. Whoop. It's very quiet. 5 minutes of stoppage time. That seems like not a lot. That doesn't seem like a lot at all, but we are into 5 minutes of stoppage time. There was it. The Hugo Ekitike stuff was at least that long. Was at least that long. Here's Mente in some space. Konate, ball across. Oh, Marmardashvili just gets enough on it. Just gets enough on it. Asif not having it. Asif not having it at all. Liverpool still doesn't change anything, even if Liverpool win. Challenging for the title was the minimum we expected at the start of the season, so he has failed. He is firmly slot out. Here's Pascal Gross, all data cross once again. Frimpong gives it right to Mente. 1v1, tries to go to the byline. Fake. And he'll win the corner kick. Liverpool getting crushed on these crosses. Asif staunchly in the slot out camp. Staunchly in the slot out camp. I was going back and forth on whether or not to release my short about Liverpool today. Hopefully Brighton can do me a solid and get a result, and then I can. It'll be good viewing, and it'll make sense. Well, Liverpool have been horrendous against crosses today. And here is another one. In-swinger. That's a good ball. Who's there? Van Dijk. Here's Milner. That's a very poor shot, but it's flicked in. Oh, it's awkward. Verts. Never, ever going to shove Milner off the ball there. The old man showing he's got the pace to keep up with the young kid. Showing he's got the pace. Asif says the only thing that can win, that can redeem slot, is a Champions League win. Is a Champions League win. That's all he can get for Asif. And I get it. Oh, Frimpong's burning Kadioglu here. Gets to the byline, checks back. McAllister goes for shot come cross, didn't work out, but they've won the ball back here with Verts. Goes for the shot, it's right at Verbruggen. All right. Still got 2.5 minutes here. It's been an interesting first half, a pretty fun one. Not a great start for my betting predictions, of course. With Hugo Ekitike going down. Mente, man, you got to be careful with this kind of stuff. And the ref probably walking over and saying, bro beans, one more time and it's done, Zode. One more time and you, sir, are gone. This is poor. I mean, it's accidental. He does step on him, but it's totally accidental. Totally accidental. But Mente has gotten more fouls after he got a yellow card than he did before the yellow card. Slapisly hit one long already. For Kirkes, he just can't bring it down. But Vifer puts himself in all kinds of trouble with a bad first touch as well. And so McAllister, ooh. That's a definite yellow. Definite yellow for Vifer. I could hear, for Gomez rather, I could hear McAllister screaming all the way over here in America. He's just stepped on his boot. Just stepped right on his boot. That's a tough one. That's a sore one for sure. Just misses. Comes down on his foot. Definitely going to hurt. Sloppy slide will put a curler in to the back post here. Big man up. Van Dijk will, of course, be the target. How does Sabazala get away with his socks being like that? You know he's not wearing shin guards. He's wearing a little piece of cardboard. Wearing a little piece of cardboard, man. Konate's running around the back. Van Dijk. Ooh, that's not a good ball. And that right there will be halftime. People 1-1 at the Amex Stadium. Start in the beginning. Hugo Ekitike, unfortunately, going off injured. Hope he's well. And then Danny Welbeck capitalizing on the crosses that Liverpool refuse to stop. They're just letting crosses come in all day, and they've very much so struggled with clearing them, as we saw for the Danny Welbeck goal in the 14th minute. But also another very characteristic thing from Brighton, they like to play out from the back. They like to utilize the goalkeeper in build-up and possession, etc. Very confident in playing the ball back to their goalkeeper. Lewis Dunk doesn't look around, tries to head one back for his mate, for his homie. Kirkes was lurking. Kirkes lurking with a little toe poke over Verbruggen. 1-1 at halftime. But it's been a fun game. It's definitely been a fun game. But as it is halftime, I will take a little break. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. That's right. Here, it's halftime, and I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It really does help the channel. So go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, you already know the drill. Hype it up if you got any left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And as always, let me know what you're thinking about this one in the comments section down below. Cut your grass! Properly!
The Chiefs is saying, and what you said for weeks about Man United, why don't they play countering attacking football? And then they did it, and they won. And what's City not good at? Defending counter-attacking football.
Mikel Arteta, you sir. Midfield a few times. Like people like hammering down the door. Like I'm trying to work it through here in my mind, and I can't figure out what's made him so afraid. All right, people, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think the managers should do to influence this game. Do we need more of the same? Do we need wholesale changes, or maybe just a couple of little tweaks? Of course, thanks for being here. I want to know your opinion. Alrighty, people, we're back. And this has been a good one. It's been a fun one. It's been back and forth like I hoped, like I expected, like I predicted on the upset alert video over on Fire Them Cannons. Make sure you are locked in over there as well and subscribe. Make sure you're liking and subscribing here, of course, as well. Every single time we're on our way to 500, it really does help the channel. And of course, I do want to know what we're thinking in the comments section right down below. Your thoughts, your feelings, your comments, your concerns, your hopes, aspirations, and dreams, anything you want to share down there. It's all fair game. And we're really hoping that the second half lives up to the first, and it's more back and forth, more bravery from the goals at the back, as we do expect from them. And it's very interesting to me how Liverpool don't necessarily try to build from the back. Anytime they get a little bit pressured, they're more than happy to try to hit one into the channel. But they have a midfield good enough, technically, to string some passes together. The patterns aren't there, I guess. And they don't really try risky passes coming out of the back, and they haven't in this game, I should say. Going forward, they're taking a little bit more risks, sure. But that's after they've already won half the field. That's already, when they maybe win a second ball and then are forced to recycle, but they've already gained the territory. And they're already, in Brighton's half. Their route to getting into Brighton's half has been long balls into the channel. And long balls from the goalkeeper or the center backs. But Brighton, I think, have done a better job of winning second balls. Is my stream on a motorcycle race? Stream's doing all kinds of stuff here, people. All kinds of madness. And I think we're going to switch it up and look for a halftime show. There's one. Instead. Yep. But I think the biggest thing for Liverpool defensively is, maybe don't let crosses in. Liverpool's goal came from one long ball, Marmardashvili. Kirkes just runs in, hoping for exactly what happens. Reads what Dunk's going to do. Absolutely makes him look silly. Makes Lewis Dunk look silly. And I got a little soft spot for Lewis Dunk. I don't mind him. The only reason I say that is because he was on one of my FIFA teams on a video game for a long, long time in one of my seasons modes back in the day. And I think he performed a lot better on FIFA than he does most days, but he's decent. I think today he's had a little bit too much. I mean, we know they've got faith in playing back to the goalkeeper, but his header back cost him. Then he tried, 3 minutes later, he tried to chest it down off a cross in a very congested 6-yard box, and he forced Verbruggen to make a diving save. So, yeah, I think that it's a little bit, you just need to clean that up, I guess. And Yakuba Mente, man, gets the yellow card and then just goes on a fouling spree. Gets the yellow card and just goes on a fouling spree. What are we doing, man? I think he's lucky. I think he's lucky that he didn't connect with Frimpong on the header. When Frimpong went up and missed and then fell hard and was hurt for a second, I think he's lucky he wasn't an inch or two to the right because he would have been sent off. I think he diving in the box. I actually think he should have been sent off. That dive. I mean, I'm not a big fan of diving, so I think, as I've said many times, that VAR should be able to go back and give retroactive yellows if it's a clear and obvious dive, which I think it was. And we all know what a clear dive is, what is an obvious he's thrown himself to the ground. We all know what that looks like, right? So throw him off, send him off. I definitely think Minte should be sent off. I think he's playing with fire, and I will not be even a little bit surprised. I might be a little bit surprised if he doesn't come off. But I expect to see Matoma at halftime. For sure, expect to see Matoma now. Right now, man. I definitely do not think that Mente will come back out for the second half. Just way too close, dude. Just way too close to fucking getting sent off. And the referee's going to have his eye on him. The referee is absolutely going to have his eye on him. And so I mean, if I'm the manager, you have Mente. You have Matoma right there. He's just right there. Send him on. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing versus Frimpong. I get that Mente is probably the only one with the speed to match Frimpong. But I think he's too close to the edge. And maybe Hertzler will just have put an arm around him, have a word in his ear. Say, hey, man, calm down. Calm, cool, collected. That's how we need to be in the second half. Or you will probably be off. Or you will probably be in the showers. GG, mate. Not what you want. Not what you want at all. As for Liverpool, I doubt we'll see any subs. There's no one on the bench. Chiesa, but probably not till later on in the game. Arne Slot hates Federico Chiesa, even though he did just get an Italy call-up. Massive, 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 massive game for Italy. There's no way Italy's not going to make 3 World Cups back-to-back-to-back. There's no way. But they are in jeopardy. So they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to put in some really good efforts. That is for sure. And all right, this is this the longest halftime of my life or what? And there is Mr. Scotty Parker back at the cottage. Back at the cottage. I think he's going to struggle. I think he's going to struggle today versus the Fulhams. Brighton currently on 41 points. Could launch themselves up. So as it stands, Liverpool only 5 points back of United. But if they can get a winner here today, it would be massive, pulling themselves to within a single game of their hated rivals. There they are back in the tunnel. Does not look like there's going to be I love how every time you hear a record this season in another game, like a defensive record for somebody, it's like they have the second most or they have the second fewest. And it's always Arsenal that are at the top. That's just doing my heart so much. In this one, the fewest goals conceded in the second half, Brighton, 17. The second fewest in the league. Mente coming back out. Little bit of a surprise that. Little bit of a surprise that Yakuba Mente survives the halftime team talk. All right. And we're back out on the pitch at the Amex for the second half. For Asif's sake, I hope that they being the Reds, can get themselves on top of this one. Probably just because I don't like Manchester United and I would rather Liverpool finish above them, honestly. And we're rolling again. Ball down here for Curtis Jones, immediately given away. It has been quiet. It's been very quiet. You can kind of hear a pin drop in there. Liverpool have won it high here. Here's Gakpo. Giving him a lot of space. Slowly dribbling in. Slowly dribbling in. Still wins it. Still on it. Here's Szoboszlai. All the way across for Frimpong. Mente's on it. Don't foul him. He's going to win it. He's going to win it. That's well done. Here's Kadioglu. Hits one into the channel. Nobody there. Ball out of bounds. I don't think Mente is going to last, though. Definitely won't last. 60th. Probably the 60th if I had to guess. Curtis Jones shielding the ball well. That's so weak, though. That's so weak. Man, the officiating is just horrible, dude. It's just horrible. Horrible across the board. Let's go. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. He doesn't have to move away unless the referee tells him to move away. And so because Szoboszlai hits it off of him on purpose, he gets a yellow card. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous from the referee. Absolutely stupid. But also, Danny Welbeck, don't give him the opportunity. Don't give him the opportunity. You know what I mean? And so now the entire front line for Brighton are all on a yellow. All three of them. Gomez, Mente, Welbeck. That's left for Mente. That's well done. Gross tries to give it back to him. Why not have a shot, man? Why not have a shot? Here's McAllister. Brighton pressing high, as you would expect. Tries to go to Frimpong. The press works out. Throw into Brighton. Huh. Liverpool have not scored away from home in the first half since their very first away game. Brighton playing well. But they've given it up here. Here's Szoboszlai. Nice little toe poke for Frimpong. Can he get there? Mente's got the speed to hang with him. That's probably why he stayed in the game. That is the only reason Mente is still in this game, is because he's got the pace to deal with Frimpong. Let's see what Asif thinks on the subject. Probably not, but without hope, what would the world be like? McAllister hits one long. Wirtz is over the top here. He's got Van Hecke and Dunk with him. We always knew he was never going to win any races. That's good D from Van Hecke. Gakpo not really giving him a good option. Van Hecke passes it right out of bounds. Too hard for the advancing Kadioglu. Viper, I should say. Viper's the right back. Kadioglu the left. Now Konate. Interesting to see how quick the front line gets subbed from Hertzler. Also, Brighton not really getting close to Liverpool when they've gained all this territory, allowing the center backs to have possession. It's a good little flick from McAllister to Wirtz. Jones in some space. Liverpool are so narrow, though. Both the wingers like to come narrow. Here's Gakpo in the box, trying to get his body between. Doesn't work out. Welbeck coming short. That should be a foul. It's not. Here's Kirkes. Round the corner. Might be offsides. Gakpo going to get there. Milner can clear. Only as far as Van Dijk here, and they go on. I just realized that I have to go give my dog some medicine. I'll be right back. I will be right back. All right, we're back to that's my bad for not anticipating that with the times. But we are here as Viper misses the header. All the way back here for Verbruggen, who in turn hits it all the way back for a goal kick. Just try again, he says. Just go again, he says. Brighton pressing high here. And as I said, Liverpool not really trying to play out. Skips the midfield once again, does Kanate all the way to the other side. And Viper just hoofs it out. That was a little weird. Didn't necessarily need to do that. Verts loses that, coming short. Here's Pascal Gross in some space. Space closing. Tries the ball through. Doesn't really work out. Pascal Gross hasn't been at his best. How is that a foul? What planet is that a foul? He's won the ball. That's crazy. That is crazy. He picks Soboslai's pocket, and the ref calls a foul. And they're not even going to show a replay. That is nuts. That was horrendous. Well, I got that prediction right. The referees were going to be shit, and so they have them. Here's Slappy Sly. Winning it again. What a ball that is. Gakpo just about gets there. Almost gets there, I should say. Offsides anyway. Honestly, likes the effort. Game is much the same as it was in the first half. Here's Van Hecke. Kadioglu. Some space, cuts in. Frimpong chases him all the way. Was he outsides there? Oh, you got to go forward, though, Gomez. Switched for Gross. Here's Mente with Soboslai. Early cross, it's there! And is he offsides? Is he offsides? They're obviously going to check it. What a hell of a cross that is. It's the same goal. It's the literal same goal. Liverpool have conceded again the same goal that they conceded in the first half. Don't get close enough to the crosser. Mente gets in a beautiful ball, wraps it around the back of the defensive line. One touchback across. Here's the replay. Onside all day long. He's onside all day. That's the one that they're going to look at. I think that's the second one might just be offside. Ooh, from that angle, he's behind the ball. That's going to be very close. That is going to be very close. They're going to draw lines. It's going to be a whole thing. The first ball is 100% on. The first ball is 100% on. The second one, I think he's offsides. I think Welbeck's going to be offsides here. I do think Welbeck's going to be offsides here. I'm not going to change my... I think he's off. It's going to stand. Wow. Goal given. I'm going to have to see the lines, but I think he's offsides. I think, oh, that's got to be so close. That's got to be so close. And the Manchester United man giving pain again to Liverpool. I'm sure he's loving that one. I thought he was off. I think Denny Welbeck thought he was off. Ends up being a goal. Look at the guy. Oh, and the little kid says cry more to the Liverpool fans. And Liverpool, once again, it's baffling, that defending. How do you let the crosses in? How do you let crosses in? Kirkes gets one in here. But what in the world? What in the world? They need to have identified that. Liverpool should have identified that that's where they were vulnerable and get more coverage before crosses, before those early crosses. Oh, that's a bad tackle from Hinselwood. That's a bad tackle. I'm shocked, honestly, that they haven't identified that and said, look, we haven't, we have not defended crosses. That would be the first thing I would say at halftime. That would have been the first thing I would have said at halftime. Don't let the crosses in. Wow. Wow, that is so close. That is so close. And Liverpool with it all to do again. With it all to do again. Welbeck would only need one more goal to double his tally against Liverpool for his career. Here's Mente to go at Konate. Beat him. Beat him. He's going to go around him. Back to the byline. That's a horrible cross. Here's Frimpong. Szoboszlai hits one around the corner. Wirtz just doesn't have the speed. Wirtz just doesn't have that speed. Who are you hitting that to? Liverpool look idealist, man. Liverpool look idealist. Mente's live to that. Frimpong pulls him down. That's a foul yellow. He's off. Frimpong. Is he already on a yellow? No, he wasn't. The other guy's already on a yellow. But Frimpong definitely pulls him down here. That's a definite yellow card in a dangerous position. And man, if Ekitike hadn't to come off, the rest of my parlay is just smashing it. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying, man. That's so annoying. God. Welbs has never had a Premier League hat trick. Well, he's on for it today. He's on for it today. And Liverpool up against it here, man. Absolutely up against it. Gomez behind the free kick. Looks like he wants a shot. Ooh, what a save. What a save. I thought it was going to go the other way. I think so did Maradashvili at first. Oh, the whip. The bend. Oh, that's definitely in the goal. That's definitely going in. Needs saving. Needs saving. A lot of power behind that one. Liverpool on the ropes here. Is that a handball? Crowd wants a handball. They just managed to get it out to Gakpo. Got to do better. Got to do well. Got to keep it. That's a good ball. It's going to get past, but that's well done. That's well done. Rio's coming on for Frimpong soon. Welbeck's won it here. Kadioglu just can't get it under his spell. Ooh, that's a handball. You know when you do this that you've hit it with your hand. I think he's too close. I think it's a natural position. Ball's too close to him anyway. So here comes Rio on for Frimpong. And what that means is, oh, I don't like this change at all. I don't like this change at all. I think that what that means is Szoboszlai is going to be going back. Or Curtis Jones. Yeah, Curtis Jones will be playing right back. I don't like this change at all. I don't like this change at all. I'm going to ask Asif what he thinks. Yeah, I hope we don't see Curtis Jones rotating with Szoboszlai to cover the right back areas, because that would be ridiculous. And that is exactly what we're seeing. Look at Curtis Jones, how far forward he is. Here's Verts with some space in the center. Curtis Jones goes for the curler. What a save from Verbruggen. Goes for the curler. It's a good save from Verbruggen. It'll be an in-swinger from Sloppy Sly. Here it comes. Whoo! Not great. Once again, reactive instead of proactive. Too little, too late, says Asif. Resident Liverpool fan here on the Cup Chasers. He thinks that it's too little, too late. Here he is again. He will give us more energy and a more defensive presence. We shall see. Speaking of Curtis Jones in the right back position. Here comes the outswinger from Sloppy Sly. It's up. Oh my goodness. McAllister's got to do better with the header. I think it's a free header in the box. He's got to do better. Oh, he's missed it by a country mile. Liverpool are not getting close enough on the crosses. Just not getting close enough on the crosses, man. And they've been punished twice. Same goal. Same goal. Marwadashvili giving Liverpool fans a heart attack, switching his body around there to hit it left-footed. Almost allows Danny Welbeck to get on it. There's Brighton playing through the lines well. Milner wins it again. Drops it back for Gomez. They can keep it. Crowd appreciates the possession. One over the top. Kadioglu heads it up. Who's going to win a second one? Gravenberch can't bring it under. Minte will just let it go out of bounds. Take a deep breather here. They got 4 players over 30. Brighton. Milner, Dunk, Welbeck, Pascal Gross. And they have definitely been the better team. I definitely think they've been the better team. Liverpool just, they had a little spell. They definitely had a little spell, but it's not been, they just look idealists. They really do look idealists. The plan can't. Oh, that's a good ball in for Mente in some space here. Can he sort his feet out? Gets the shot away. Marwadashvili makes himself big, and it's a good save. That's a good touch. Now Liverpool can come back the other way, but Wirtz with too big of a touch, and McAllister will foul Van Hecke. He's going to get a yellow card for his troubles. But Mente, man, just couldn't sort his feet out. Couldn't sort his feet out. You knew he wanted to shoot immediately when he gets through, but he just can't sort his feet out there. I think Mente's actually struggled a little bit today. He's been involved. He's definitely been involved. Hartzler gets a yellow. No one's going to be upset about that. That's for sure. Can Pascal Gross keep it here? No, he cannot. Here's Curtis Jones. Long ball at the top from the keeper. Here's Mente. He's going to get on it. Konate's doing well, but Mente's going to get there. Just can't keep it. Oh, he does win the corner. And then, oh, wow. And then does the ear to the crowd. Good one, buddy. Well, that's kind of cool. Guess I got to get closer. That does look kind of cool, actually. Here's the corner kick. In swinger. One away. It's still in there. Well, that goes for the shot. Now it's back across for Gomez. Liverpool do well to get that one away. But it's going to come right back in. Is Gomez going to get to this? He at least saves the corner. Looks like Carlos Baleba is going to come in. And we'll wait to see who it is. 20 minutes for Liverpool to rescue this one. It's going to be Milner to come off. He's had a good game, James Milner. Mente's giving it to Curtis Jones. Is Szoboszlai going to get there ahead of Kadioglu? That's a great challenge. That's a great tackle. They've gone wide here for Mente. He's got some space. Take it. Take the space. He's at a walking pace. What are you doing, bro? Go at him. Put him away. Gomez, nutmegs, Szoboszlai. The cross from Viefers cut out. He's trying to shield it out. He's not going to be able to do so. Kirkez under lots of pressure there. Whoa, Konate. That's a foul. That's a foul. Oh, my goodness. Konate, very lucky. Konate, very, very lucky not to concede the pin. Of course, there's a VAR check. Meanwhile, Liverpool can bring it forward. Here's Rio for the first time. He'll win the foul. Ooh. No pin. No pin. I think he's a little bit lucky, a little bit fortunate. Gravenberch, it's a good touch. Just gets there. Here's Kirkez. For Rio. He's going to win the throw. Go ahead and get it rolling. Here's Kirkez. Liverpool need to find something. Some kind of pressure, man. And this is really bad news for all fans of, for all people who do not like Manchester United. This is not good. Because if Villa beat West Ham tomorrow, that'll be a big advantage for both of those teams. Here's Van Dijk slaloming through everybody. Kirkez tries something special, doesn't work out. Gomez just clears. Can Mente cause him enough problems here? Curtis Jones. He's done well to combine with Konate, who will bring it forward once again. Got to find some impetus, some verve. Wirtz hasn't been in it in a while. Because they've been trying to hit it over the top too much. They haven't really tried to play through the lines. Oh, Rio with a good step over. Beats his man. Step from the defender. How's that not a foul? How is that not a foul on Viper? I'm shocked. And here comes Matoma for Mente. Probably figured that would have been 15 minutes ago, but now the Frimpong is off. They're not really afraid of that speed. Mente's had a good game. He's towed the line very, very closely, and I think he's had a good game. Played well, has been involved. He's gotten into the channels quite well. This is looking bleak for the Reds. directionless. No ideas in build up. Way too much just hoofing it. Konate and Kirkes both coming off. And now Chiesa's on for Konate. Robertson on for Kirkes. So it's definitely a damn the torpedoes substitution. It's definitely a gotta go for it. Yeah, and once again, that's what it feels like. Just put as many players on. Doesn't matter where they are. Just put them on. Gakpo goes right. Chiesa's up top. And Rio is your left forward. It's crazy. They've spent all this money, and that's what they're working with right now. Is Rio in the middle? Here's Karu Matoma for the first time. He's going to go at Curtis Jones. Goes right by him like he's not even there. Oh, my God. Henselwood should have scored. Henselwood should have scored. It should be 3-1. Should absolutely be 3-1. And here comes Liverpool the other way. Here's Federico Chiesa against Van Hecke. Step over. Goes for the shot. Van Hecke with a good sliding block. But... wow. Slot, man, Slot's just in desperate. He's just desperate. Oh, man. Gakpo's giving it up here. Van Hecke. That's a foul, ref. That's a yellow card, bro. Come on. You got to give Cody Gakpo a yellow card. The ball is well gone, and he's kicked out at him. How is this not a yellow? Matoma just goes right by Curtis Jones like he's not even there. Szoboszlai's not close enough. This is poor from Liverpool, man. This is really poor from Liverpool. And I predicted 2-2. I'll be shocked if they get one back. Verts, Gakpo, Rio. Oh, no. Brighton do have a chance at Europe. Oh, that's a poor challenge from Szoboszlai. Definite yellow card. Definite yellow card. Now they're racking up. Now the yellows are racking up. Welbeck letting them know. Yeah, it's a definite foul. You stopped it. Don't get the ball at all. Does he save it? I don't think he's done. I don't think he has done so. Matoma looking lively as soon as he comes on the pitch. You love to see that. But yeah, I think my prediction is going to just fall short. But the general premise that Liverpool would struggle today has certainly come true. Liverpool don't have any ideas, man. They legitimately don't seem to have any ideas at all. No connection. McAllister's been quiet. I think Slot's got to go, man. I think they're really struggling underneath this leadership, this management. It's well done, but then also well done from Verts. There it is, another long ball all the way across. It's Cody Gakpo. Brings it in and immediately gives it away. Pfeiffer with a good challenge. Here's Szoboszlai, however. Robertson gets the early cross in, but it is not of the quality. 10 minutes here, and Brighton are comfortable. You got to say it. Brighton are comfy. Ayari and Root are about to come in. Welbeck will get his standing ovation because he's currently the match winner. Liverpool trying to play quick. Van Hecke is live to it. So too Sloppy Sly. Now Rio, a chance to go at Kadioglu. You can't just stop, man. You can't just stop. Like, I hate that. Players just stopping when they think they've been fouled and looking to the referee. It's not what you want. But it's good deep from Kadioglu to get close to Rio. Those kinds of speedsters who like to go at you, you got to get close to them quickly. Can't give them any space. Damn. That's bleak. That's bleak reading that table for Liverpool. Because if Chelsea and if Brentford win, they'll be right on their tail. 1 point back. If Chelsea win, they will doom Liverpool to 6th place at the end of the match week. Here's Kevin Matoma just going past people for fun. I'm surprised Matoma is still at Brighton. He must just love the beach or something. Down for Kadioglu. It's all Brighton here at the end. Liverpool haven't been able to figure it out at all. Haven't been able to figure it out today at all. Their only goal. I mean, their goal came from what obviously Slot's telling them to do. Hit it long and hope and pray. But Danny Welbeck, man of the match so far, of course. 2 goals, man of the moment, Fox in the box, whatever you want to call him. It's good stuff to recognize, Brighton, that Liverpool are not getting close enough on the cross, getting the early balls in, not following their man. It's been well done. As it sits, Danny Welbeck, the top scoring Englishman in the league with 11 goals. And he currently has bagged them the 3 points. 10 minutes to see it out for his teammates, though. And maybe even get another one. Ayari taken off him by McAllister. That's not a foul. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Szoboszlai just falls down and gets the call. That is nuts. Wow. That's an absolute con job. He's con the referee there completely. That's crazy. And Liverpool don't even really seem to be in a hurry. Do they know they're losing? Do you know they're losing? I don't think they do. Guys. Oh, that's so poor. It's going to work, though. McAllister gets it around. And even when they do try to play through the lines a little bit, little give and go, get into some space in the midfield, try to bring it forward, McAllister was still looking for a Hollywood ball. He was still looking for the 80-yard pass to the other side of the field. And that's literally all Liverpool have tried to do in build-up. Brighton have defended really well today as well. He's going to go to the byline. Ball across. Here's Chiesa. Oh, it's a poor touch. It's a poor touch. Wait. Rio was on the right-hand side about 4 minutes ago. Now he's on the left-hand side? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think it just hasn't worked out for Arne Slot's men today. Not enough rotation from the front men. They haven't got. They've had no width on the left-hand side all day because of how narrow Verts comes. I just, this is not great. Not great from Liverpool today. And as I said at the beginning of the watch along, as I said at the beginning, all the stuff from the midweek Champions League game, all the positivity is just gone. It's just sucked right out of it. Here's Cody Gakpo. Dunk for company. He's going to stand him up. Takes a shot. The Verbruggen with a good shot. A good save, I should say. And then Van Hecke, confident, calm, collected, heads it right back to Verbruggen. Good turn from Baleba. He's going to go into all kinds of space past the first line. Oh, that's a great fake from Pascal Gross. Here's Kadioglu. Tries to get it in for the opposite side. McAllister retreating well, but it is a corner kick for Brighton. And you got to say they're definitely deserved of the points today. They played well. Liverpool have not really shown up for this second half. I mean, it's just shocking to see a champion of the league last season, and now they're just so bereft of any sort of creativity. The tactics haven't worked. The structure has been weird. The changes to the personnel have not improved anything. It's kind of hodgepodge. Slot just ain't the guy. In-swinger from Gross. Oof. Having to... Ayari almost. That's 2 goal line clearances there. Ayari almost makes it 3. Curtis Jones doing his job well. Here's Matoma. Big touch inside. Nutmegs Gakpo. Brighton are able to keep. Kadioglu into the channel for Reuter. He's going to get on it. First touches. Oh, not going to get past Szoboszlai. Is he going to... It's going to be a foul. Nope, just play on, says the referee, because it goes to Marmarashvili. Liverpool don't even have any urgency. They don't even have any urgency. You're losing, guys. It's crazy. This is a crazy performance from Liverpool. This is a crazy performance in this second half from Liverpool. No ideas. There's no one coming to the ball for Szoboszlai. It's another long pass out to Rio. Tries to take on Viper, who does very, very well. Can only force it back. Here's Wirtz out wide. Matoma for company. Curtis Jones. Can Liverpool scumbag their way to a draw here after a poor performance? 1-2 to the byline. Robertson. Been very quiet since he's come into the game, Robertson. He's had that one cross that went over everybody. This cross here was better. He's on the ball again. McAllister. Sloppy slide. And as poor as they've been in this second half, it's still there to get a draw for Liverpool. I don't see it happening, but it's there. Here's Rio. Beat him. Wee, good one. He's going to go past him as well. Yes, he is, to the byline. Gomez retreats well after getting absolutely schooled with the step over. Curtis Jones on the line. It could be 3. It actually should be 4. Brighton had a couple of golden opportunities that they should have scored. As it is, they're ahead, so they won't care. In-swinger from Szoboszlai to the back post. No one's there. Verbruggen calmly takes and then activates. Here's Kadioglu to lead the charge. Chiesa's on the run, on the defense. He will get a yellow card for the pullback. Seems like every time Liverpool foul Brighton, it's this type of foul. Running back towards their own goal. I think that's 8 bookings today. Here's Kairo Matoma going into the box. Space for Ayari. Hits it through. It's still there for Matoma. Marmarashvili does well, but it's still there. Pascal Gross. Here's Kadioglu. Gross again. Points where he wants the run. Gives it to Matoma, who's going to go around Chiesa. Yes. Gets it to Ayari, who goes past Szoboszlai. Oh, Liverpool living very dangerously here. They've given it away again, and we're into 6 minutes of overtime. Wow. Liverpool just by the skin of their teeth. I mean, Liverpool could have lost this by 5. Liverpool could have been absolutely blitzed in this game. This is a nasty performance in this second half. And Hertzler You got to say he's gotten it all right. Hertzler's gotten everything right today. Gomez coming off. He's been good. He's been good today. Absolutely has been. Joel Veltman will come on. That's obviously a defensive substitution. Short up at the back. See it out. 5 minutes to go. But Brighton have been comfortable. I do not think that there's going to be any issues going forward here for the next 5 minutes. And if Liverpool do somehow get a second goal, it will 100% be a scumbag draw, because this was not a good performance. And you got to say, man, if Brighton had a clinical finisher, if Brighton had somebody who could really bang goals in, and that was like their strong suit was finishing, 99 finishing, they might even be in Champions League places. They create a lot of good chances. They just struggle in front of the net. It should be 5-1. It should definitely be 5-1. At least 4. It should be at least 4. Liverpool have been very poor defensively today. Haven't gotten close enough. And they've had no ideas on the ball. Zero creativity. It's been very poor from Liverpool. But as much as I could really give a shit about getting predictions right, the only reason I keep bringing it up is because of doing the upset alert videos with Anton over on Fire Them Cannons. We did indeed predict that this would be a very tough game for Liverpool. I did say 2-2. I gave Liverpool more credit than I should have. I certainly did. Here's Reuter. Gravenberch does well, takes a punch to the nuts for his trouble. And if you would think just from watching this, Liverpool have zero chance to tie this up. They're finishing this game with a whimper. They really are. Pascal Gross just stumbling through everybody. Here comes Reuter. Ref says play on. Here is Wirtz. Perhaps a chance for the youngster Ungamoa. That's a foul from Wiefer. It will be a yellow card. Free kick situation. Liverpool could still maybe get my prediction right. But this was always going to be a difficult game for Liverpool. You knew Brighton were going to give them a right go as they have today. But this is massive, massive, massive free kick in Liverpool's bid for a Champions League spot. Lucky for them, the English are one draw from any of the English teams left in Europe away from confirming a 5th spot in the Champions League next season. So that looks like that's going to happen. They've got to score here. In from Szoboszlai. It's right at the goalkeeper. He doesn't even have to move. No one challenges. Gakpo's the closest. Slot looks on in disbelief. It's going to bounce down here for Reuter. Is he going to win it? He is not. He is. He's going to steal it off of Robertson. Goes past. Oh, wow. Flags up. Flags up on the first one. And Gravenberch is really feeling his groin after that punch. He's really feeling it. Here's Wirtz looking like he was going to hit another long one. And he is. I just don't understand. Case is going to get to this. Kadioglu right on him. He's done so well. He's done so well, Kadioglu. He's done so well. Chiesa can't believe it. He cannot believe he hasn't gotten the call. Cannot believe he's not gotten the corner kick there. And Brighton are just about there. 10 defeats for Liverpool in the league this season. What have you done, Liverpool? What have you done? What have you done? You're giving Man U. Man U are just gonna cruise. Man U are gonna cruise into the freaking Champions League. And, you know, Man U now are way closer to, let's see, Man United on 55. Yeah. City are on 61, Man U on 55. So United are as close to City as Liverpool are to them. Oh, his Reuter, weird bounce on the ball. Baleba wins it. It's going to be a foul. But Liverpool are on borrowed time. Liverpool are definitely on borrowed time. There's no way. Yeah, Arun, this was a really poor performance from the Reds. Reuter wins the second ball. They're just going to let Brighton maybe punish them even more here at the end. It's a poor ball through for Ayari. Sloppy slide. Nope, he's going to lose it too. Ref, just blow the whistle, bro. Just blow the whistle. It's over. It's over. Liverpool have been shit. They don't deserve. That's it right there. That is it right there. Arun celebrates because Liverpool, they're just letting you in. They're just going to let you into the Champions League, Arun. They're legitimately just going to let you into the Champions League. That was so shit from Liverpool. Well, there you have it, man. Brighton definitely deserve to win this game. Danny Welbeck haunting his former, well, I guess once a Red, always a Red. He's definitely Danny Welbeck, former Manchester United man, haunting Liverpool dreams and nightmares this evening. Arne Slot certainly will be seeing him in his nightmares. And that is dire reading if you look at that table there for Liverpool. They're 6 points back of third. And Chelsea, with a game in hand, all they have to do is get a draw. Their goal difference is far better, and they will leapfrog Liverpool today. And wow, if Brentford win, Liverpool will be 1 point ahead of them. Just 1 point ahead of Brentford. Breathing down their necks. This is very, very... And as shambolic as things are at Stamford Bridge, it's an absolute dumpster fire at Stamford. Oh my God, they've put up Liverpool. This is the most... Arun, check this out. Stan Sport is my stream. They've just put up a graphic. Liverpool have lost more games this season than they have in 10 years. Liverpool, as champions, have lost more games this season than they have in the previous 10 seasons. And it's just like Arun said, Liverpool in the mud. Liverpool in the absolute mud. That, my friends, was a horrendous performance. A disgusting performance. A gross performance. And, you know, I kind of thought that that they might be worst champions ever. This might be accurate, Arun, because that was pretty pathetic. To be honest with you, I knew that Brighton were going to give them a game. I expected them to be far better, especially after the ass whooping they handed out to Galatasaray. But like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, you know, all the things that you could say about that result, like Galatasaray came to flop around on the ground like a dead fish and play for fouls and what time waste and didn't try to play the game. You know, yeah, it's on me. It's on me. Hey, man, I know injuries are no excuse, but injuries are my excuse for last season. We had so many injuries. And we didn't have Andrea Berta. Blame Edu Gaspar. Blame Edu Gaspar for fucking around last season in the transfer window and bringing me Raheem Sterling. Arun. I got Raheem Sterling last summer. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Edu Gaspar's already been fired by Forest. Criminal. He's a criminal. It's on Edu. It's on him. It's all on him. But yeah, we did let Slot win the league last year. I don't know how that's happened. I don't know how that's happened because that was a horrendous performance from Liverpool in that second half for sure. And what's crazy to me is that Sterling is still better than Gakpo, Chiesa, Wirtz. Look, what's crazy to me about this is at halftime, they would have known. At halftime, you should have known that Brighton were looking for early crosses. They scored the same goal twice. How do you let them score the same goal twice? Like, you should identify that that's a problem and get closer to your man. And what's even funnier, Arun, is it was Sloppy Sly. It was Dominic Szoboszlai, their golden boy this season, who didn't get close enough to Mente for the second goal and let that beautiful cross in, by the way. Don't take it away from Brighton. They played very, very well today. Very much deserved of their 3 points. Moving up the table, that's good stuff for Brighton, and they do have an outside shot at perhaps maybe a Conference League or Europa League berth, especially with how Chelsea are a dumpster fire and Liverpool are putting out freaking, Salah wasn't even there. Who are they going to blame today? It's all on Slot, man. It's all on Slot. Slot's an absolute joke. And long may it continue, Arun. I really hope Slot sticks around, give him a 100-year contract because it's awesome, But yeah, that was really poor. No creativity, no tactical awareness, really, is what you'd call it, because they didn't switch the tactics. They didn't say, yo, could we maybe try to play some passes through instead of just bombing it long all game long. It was just hit and pray all game long. No creativity. I'm not like, I sound intense. I sound like I'm intense about it, like I'm upset about it. I'm not. I'm like baffled. I'm like confused about it, right? This is supposed to be an elite team, supposed to be, this team's going to win the Champions League? Is that this team might win no, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not like mad, obviously. I'm like, what's happened here? I'm just baffled by it, So, at the end of the day, Brighton deserved winners at home. As many losses as Sunderland, who are 13th. Wow. As many losses as Sunderland, who are 13th. And on that note, I think we will sign off. Of course, thanks for being here, everybody. Smash up those likes on your way out. Make sure you are locked in with that notification bell. We got the preview for the Carabao Cup final coming up later on today. So make sure you have the notification bell turned on. And if you're new, of course, please subscribe to the channel. It would be an honor, a pleasure, nay, a privilege to welcome you to the community. Of course, it does help on the road to 500 subs. We are, of course, growing, and it helps grow the channel, of course. So make sure you're locked in. We will be live again for the preview later on today. I do appreciate you. Yes, the Chelsea hate watch. I actually have some honeydew list stuff that my wife wants me to do, so we can't do the watch along today. No worries. We will be back for the preview later on. Definitely plenty of content coming down the pipe. And I think I'm going to release my Liverpool short here in just a little bit that I made. It's going to be funny. So make sure you're ready for that as well, Arun. Just come back and check it out. It's going to be pretty funny. It's a funny one. I've been doing some different stuff over there on the shorts, so make sure you're locked in as well. And I do appreciate everyone that's been here, everyone that's made it to full time with me. It's certainly been a pleasure. Thanks again. And you. We'll see me next time.